to take care of that.
Yeah, I think it's right off of Wedgefield.
All right,
All right, well, it is 10
I
o'clock.
spent like 7 hours there one day, so I'm like.
Thank you all for being here this morning. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining us online as well. Patty and Clarissa, and did you say Jen's there too? Okay, I see Patty saying yes. Hi, Jen, there's Jen.
Yes.
Ashley,
Hello.
Rachel, thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. Okay, so our core value today is number 3, which is we are passionate about daily growing stronger, smarter, and more selfless. We are relentless about the pursuit of knowledge and growth so that we can share it and pass it on. We want to see our team members flourish personally and professionally. We encourage each other to grow stronger, physically, mentally, professionally, and emotionally as leaders. This growth individually and as an organization should not stop with ourselves. We grow to give back to and serve our team, family, and communities. We're open to with our resources, strategies, and techniques. We believe being generous with our trade secrets helps entrepreneurs flourish, impacting the city, and will drive business and loyalty. So we're going to tie this in like we have been every week into the Irreplaceable Agent platform. And we're going to come back and hit this again in about 30 minutes or so. So I want you guys to be thinking about that. And right now I want to introduce Bobby, Cornelius, Ray, and Uber. And Ray's going to be doing the talking. So I'm going to give you your remote. It's that button right there. And your slides are the next 2.
All right. So the first one just has a flyer that has some of the services that we offer. We do any media that you may need for your properties, from your interior listing photos, whether you want those traditional or HDR, we can do either. We do your walkthrough videos, your 3Ds, whether it's Matterport or Zillow. We do the floor plans for you with or without a 3D walkthrough. We do your drone photos and videos. We do walkthrough videos as well. And you can talk in them or not. We can do voiceovers on them as well. Let's see. And then other things that we can do is we can do digital twilights for you. We can do the digital staging, remove items, pretty much anything that you need for a listing, we are able to do for you. Let's see.
And we were talking about traveling. We do travel as far as Forney, Weatherford, Denton. She said she'll go to Oklahoma, but I'm not going to Oklahoma. So for the right price, she'll do anything.
Yes,
so we're good there. But we got
usually
you
it's
covered.
commercial companies I'm traveling further for.
Yeah. So we got you covered all over the Metroplex and surround.
And then you also said something about Temple Belton, Waco.
Yes. So we do go actually down that way quite a bit.
I actually went to Waco.
Yeah, so we go down there quite a bit. He says that, but as long as you're, we'll let you know what the travel fee is ahead of time. If you give us the address, we can let you know, and then you can decide if you want to do that. And then the second page on the flyer is just some little reminders that, whenever you are scheduling an appointment with us, let us know the full address, because sometimes there's the same street in multiple cities, and then we end up an hour away. GPS, it has happened a couple of times.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Sometimes it doesn't pop up that it's in 2 different cities, and you just click on it and you think, oh, I'm in the right place.
And we work with so many agents. Some of them don't remember that we have other ones that work with. So they think I remember what they said last time or what area they usually work.
Yeah.
So they'll just put the street, a name, and without the zip code. And I'll look it up, and there's like 4 over where we cover. So yeah, the full address would be great.
So, and then also we do have super access. So if you aren't there, that's totally fine. We can get in, or if it's a lockbox or if someone's going to be there, let us know ahead of time. If a property is vacant, just know that we will put it where it fits best in the day. So if you say, hey, are you going in the morning? We might say yes, but if we need to move it, we will move it without notifying you because it's vacant. So if you're going to have something done, don't do it that day, or let us know, hey, in the morning, the lawn guy is going to be there. That way we can make a note that, yes, this is vacant, but the lawn guy's coming in the morning, so that we don't have a little crossover. So that when we come, that there's no other vendors there, so that we can get in the properties and out, because that helps us keep prices low where we can get in and out quickly. Let's see, a couple other little reminders. Oh, by the way, if it's a rental, please be there. We just ask. If it's a rental property, please be there if they're going to be home. It just makes for awkward situations when you're not there.
He got trapped in the bathroom by a dog in a vacant home a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
And I'm a dog lover, you know. I mean,
yeah, you are.
But it was a pretty big dog, and he was not happy I was in his house. And I didn't know it was there, it was behind the door.
Oh.
Open the door, and there it was.
We do love the fur babies. But if you can let your clients know to please put them up because we don't have to chase them out of every photo. And then just a little, if we get to the property and it's not ready, there is a fee. Just try to be mindful of letting us know ahead of time so that we don't have to be like, hey, because we already booked that time.
Well, we have all
Yes.
been making beds and cleaning
Yeah.
up trash and putting dishes
Yeah.
away. So,
And if
yeah.
if the realtors are there, like they're usually there when we go, we don't mind moving some stuff around and helping them. But if they're not there, we don't know what they really want, and I'm not going to, you know, do somebody's dishes.
Yeah.
Well, next time you just turn that stuff.
Actually, yes, but I really would just ignore it. I won't even. I'll just take it like it is.
And we do have a property checklist that we can send you guys if you don't already have it, so that you can give it to the clients to help them know what things that they should probably move out of the way, you know, like all their stuff on the bathroom sink and things like that. And also, Uber speaks Spanish, so anybody that has Spanish-speaking clients or anything like that, let us know. That way we can make sure that he's the one that goes to that property, and just to make the clients feel a little more comfortable. Oh, I didn't flip it to the second one, but that's what we're talking about. And then on the back, there is a QR code so that you can see both of these digitally, or if you wanted to save them. And then all of our information, our numbers are at the bottom.
And I'll be sharing both these slides with everybody in the brokerage announcements channel and Slack this afternoon. So you'll have access to these two flyers.
Yeah, and if y'all need any other information from us, just ask us. We're always available. But you know, if you want to, hey, what do you think you need on this property? We're happy to tell you. And if you know you do something, we're like, you know, you don't really need this on that property. We'll tell you that too.
Do you have any questions?
We've been
Yep.
using them for
Yeah,
How long?
how long?
We do most of the
Yes,
cases.
it's been for a long time.
it's been 10 years. We've
Yeah.
been-
Okay, very good.
Well, all right.
I like it.
Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you for
Thank
breakfast.
you.
Can we thank them for breakfast? please? Thank you. And continue using these people. I'm trying to get one of mine.
Do you want to throw in real quick the headshots and marketing photos?
Yes.
If y'all ever want to do it outside the office and book us on location, I know that y'all have someone in office, which definitely y'all, I'm glad y'all have to make good care of y'all for that. But if you need on location, we can do that too. Okay. Cool.
Thank you.
All right, thank you guys.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Great, thank y'all so much for coming.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Yep. Okay, so we'll go ahead and hit the headlines for this week. Well, actually, before we get to headlines, we want to introduce Heidi and Lauren, who have joined us today. So Heidi, you can say hi. You can, the camera's right behind you, right there. And Lauren, she's saying hi too. So very good. Thank you guys for joining us today. Jimmy, you got anything before I go?
I'll come back in.
Okay. You come in. Hello, Danielle. How are you? Okay, so next week we've got Mike Mills, Service First Mortgage will be here, and we're talking about irreplaceable agent for vision. Then May 27th, the final spring date, we've got Brian Porter and Mary Holmes, and then we'll do irreplaceable agent at the commitment. May 20th, Carter Blood Care. Where's Tajay?
Okay. Oh, I can tell.
You can tell? Okay.
Yeah. So just make sure to sign up if you haven't already, and then if you'll share. We need at least like 12 people, and I think we're like not gonna have, we're about halfway there. So if you can sign up to give blood and then share as to many people as possible. Anybody's welcome.
Okay, so that's the sign up. You can either hit that link, type that into your browser, or scan the QR code. That'll take you straight to the same place. That way you guys can get signed up for that. That's coming up May the 20th, which is next Wednesday.
This is during while we're in office, so it's very convenient.
Yeah, everybody should be here, and so
Yes,
hopefully you
it's
guys
here
can
in
do that.
office. Yeah.
Okay, and then you guys want to talk about the summer client?
Yes, so if you will save the date for June 27th, more details will come, but we are not gonna do party on the patio here at the office this year. We're gonna do at TX Whiskey, the Whiskey Ranch.
Yeah, so we've gone ahead and reserved the Oak Room there, and so it's their picnic day. They're gonna have live music from 2 to 4. They're gonna have a food truck from 12 to 5. So what we did is Sixth Ave is reserving the Oak Room and some tables, and so like Holly and I are going to purchase 25 tickets a piece, which are $12.
Yeah.
$12 for each client. So we're gonna invite 25 people for We need 25 people for her. So y'all are welcome. We'll send a link you can purchase for that, or you can just come hang out in the Oak Room. It's like $12. There's 2 drinks. And to come to the live music, of course, the food truck would be separate. If you want to take a tour, that's separate of the entire.
But we'll put all those links.
Yeah,
to where
yeah,
you can do
we'll
that.
do everything.
But we
But
do need a head count as far as how many agents do want to participate, because that will kind of depend on our budget and
Yeah.
things like that, and how many tickets we can tell them to expect, because it is open to the public as well, so it's first come, first serve. So we're gonna go ahead and buy our tickets, and if you want to buy your tickets, we'll give you all the link.
we thought this summer, since everybody was busy, this would be a fun way for everybody to get to go do tour something, have fun, entertain clients, come hang out, and not
Easy way
all
to
the
show up.
cleanup and
Yeah,
tablecloths and.
yeah, all the
That's
things.
nice.
Yeah.
So June 27th, Saturday.
Okay, very good. Well, I will put that back on the calendar this afternoon. That sounds great. Reminder that Victoria is going on vacation, May the 26th, which is coming up in, what's it, in 2 weeks. So she's looking on vacation. So if you've got something closing between now and June the 6th, please get it in early. I've already submitted all mine this week because I've got a couple closing while she's out of town. So let's get those in to Victoria. Make sure all your initials are there and all of your signatures are there, obviously. Okay, so here is what's coming June the 17th. We have a CE here at the office. It's $10, but you do need to sign up. So you need to hit the QR code or go to that. I did change the QR code, by the way, so it should work. If anybody is online looking, you should be able to get to that sign up there for June the 17th. CE, did it work that time?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. This is the last week. So today's the 13th. Tomorrow is the deadline. This is the last time you'll see this. You can send this out for Bill Benson and Company. This is a competitor to Unwell, but we started using these people because they give us a discount. The discount is our clients only pay 25% of what they are actually able to save you. So if they save you $1,000 on your taxes, you pay 25%, $250.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win. And the great thing is once you sign up with Bill Benson, they do it every year. So they're your agent and they will protest your taxes every single year automatically. And Unwell, I don't know what Unwell charges, but many of the companies are charging between 30 and 50% of what they save you. This gets us, hello, I was just mentioning you. You can leave it open now, let the airflow.
Yes.
Okay, so the scans are still very, very, very readily available to you. This is one that I got on my listing. I got like 4 more yesterday when I listed the house. This is what they come in looking like. They say, I found your listing on Compass. I found your listing on Zillow. Anything that says Google Meet, Zoom, my husband, meet with my attorney. Thank you. I didn't know that. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
She said they charge 25% as well. So be sure and look at these things and watch them. I'll tell you a very simple trick. You start a thread in your AI and just load it into the AI and say, I think this is a spam or scam. What do you think? Your AI will tell you because it's watching everything that's happening on the internet. So I literally loaded this into I have a scam filter built into my AI, and I just loaded in there and it goes, yep, that's scam. Because usually it's like these email addresses like this. And of course, if you guys aren't using Forewarn, like any lead that comes to the office, I'm using Forewarn before I give it to y'all to see if it's a real number. I got one this morning on my new listing in Sendera Ranch, and the number was bogus, not there. So it's a delete to me. It's a waste of my time. It's a waste of energy. Okay, here's the update. Inventory is still building. Homes are still moving. Inventory continues to grow. Buyers are absorbing the supply. This isn't a market where everything sits. It's a market where good homes still move. Homes are selling close to last year's pace, helping keep the spring market active and balanced. Sellers are finally pricing to sell. Asking prices have been flat or falling for over 6 months. Sellers who price competitively are moving. Sellers who don't are sitting and repricing later. Sellers are increasingly pricing competitively to attract buyers, maintain activity despite broader economic uncertainty. The geopolitical uncertainty is still out there. We're still dealing with gas prices and lots of elevated stuff going on, but corporate earnings are strong, and so things are still moving okay. Back to Tom Doutzer, his forecast, we're still above what 2008 was. It's still a healthy market normalizing after the pandemic chaos. Local market update. So the inventory is rising. Buyers have breathing room. Across DFW, reductions remain elevated, especially in the $300,000 and $600,000 range, which is your starter home. Very normal for those buyers to be very rate sensitive, to be economic sensitive. So that's not unusual that we would see the most price reductions in that $300,000, $600,000 range to attract the first time home buyers, to attract not the lower tier, but the lower tier, you know what I mean? Not saying anything bad about a $300,000 house. That would be nice, but that's what's going on here. Terms, conditions, concessions, we've got more choices than we've had in years. Builders are heavily leaning into the rate buy downs, closing cost incentives, and move-in inventory instead of large headline price cuts. Real discounts are often found in the financing structure and incentives, not in the sticker price. Homes are selling, buyers are more selective, pending sales and buyer activity remains steady. Today's buyers are cautious and value focused. Overpriced listings are still sitting longer. The bottom line is it's not slowing down, it's just more strategic. I think that we're all kind of feeling that. This is Clarissa's view, as you're used to seeing. I've also got your analysis coming up next, but here's the 6 counties that we're watching. We had 8,100 new listings come on the market this week, in the last 7 days.
That is crazy.
And the price decreases are at 91.56. The pendings are at 51. The closed at 44.73. So we're absorbing pretty much
Do you think we're
everything.
gonna see some more in the next couple weeks? Cause I need some.
More what?
Let's inventory.
Yeah.
She's being selfish.
I think it's still. I think
No,
it's
I
still
just have
growing.
buyers that are.
Well, it usually slows down the last 2 weeks of May because everybody's getting ready for school shut down.
June 1st.
So June 1st is your target if you're still looking for something. Here's the takeaways. Inventory climbing, buyers have choices, price reductions continue to dominate the market. Deals are happening, buyers are more selective. Again, the market is not dead, it's just discipline. Buyers are very, very selective about what they look at and what they consider. Local builder update. What we're talking about there is the builders are aggressively using rate buy downs to help sell their houses, flex cash and closing cost assistance instead of slashing their sticker prices. Because once they slash a sticker price, well, now all their homes in that same range have to be slashed as well. So they'd rather give you an incentive to buy the house and do it at list price as opposed to dropping that price. That hurts them long term. Hurting it on one house really doesn't, because then you're buyer specific. That makes sense? It's crazy? No? Okay. I'm making sure y'all are caught up with all the stuff.
I just had this situation, so.
Okay, good.
With Cornelius and-
The move-in homes, remember the quick move-in homes from the builders, those are where the incentives are going to be the highest, tens of thousands of dollars in some cases, depending on your price point. Quick move-in homes becoming the battleground. Talking about if buyer can move quickly, they can often gain the most leverage. Builders are rewarding speed and simplicity right now. Here's your AI post for this week. Stop asking builders what's the best price. AI is interested in new construction, worried about affordability. Write a simple explanation of how builder incentives, rate buy downs, and closing cost assistance can reduce their monthly payment without sounding salesy. Keep it conversational and easy to understand. We're going to hit more of the AI stuff here shortly, but that's just in your slides so you guys can go back and pick that up. This week's move is to get AI involved in one real situation. So context for YouTube. February the 4th, Claude AI, made by Anthropic, came out with a platform that it built itself. The AI built itself. And they installed these things called agents, not like us agents, but agents that are AI agents into the Claude platform. And it changed how everything was working. Because ChatGPT is great. It's like a super Google search. This is completely different. This is an AI that's able to go and do on its own. It will take over your computer, operate on a website. It will do all these things. So all this changed. What we started to see immediately was compression in the marketplace, not necessarily real estate, but across all industries. Because what's going to happen is if you're an attorney and you have a paralegal and you need the paralegal to go read this 100-page document and tell me what's in this, that's great. The paralegal does that, takes 100 hours. I can load this same document into AI, tell AI to go and read it on its own, put it in a folder and give me a report in 3 minutes. Why do we need a paralegal? So that compression is going to happen, and it's going to happen to us as well because of what we do for a living. We are service industry, which that's going to flourish in an AI culture. But a lot of things that are man-hour labor hours are going to go away. People that the people that Jamie, one of our owners, and I are watching, they audit websites. So they have a human sit and audit this website and look through all the lines of code, and they go, oh yeah, you got to do this, this, this. And when it takes hundreds of hours, thousands of dollars, they usually charge $20,000 to audit a website to make sure that it's SEO right. Well, now you can do it with AI in 3 minutes. There's no reason. And so we're watching these big top end guys that are doing these things. We're learning what we can and then applying it to what we're doing here. That's why we're AI heavy for the spring. The summer, I will not be quite as AI heavy, but we're still going to talk about it because it's something that is going to continue to affect how we do business. So this week, don't ask AI random questions. Ask it about one real client, lead, or situation you're actively dealing with right now. Example, how should I follow up with this lead? What's the real concern this buyer has? How would you explain this inspection issue simply? What am I not seeing in this situation? The goal is to use AI once this week for it to think clearer, communicate better, and make a decision faster. Here's the situation I'm dealing with right now. I'll give you my example. I've got clients that are coming in and they want to be somewhere between Frisco and Bedford. And they want to spend $1.25 million, and they want a house that doesn't face west, that doesn't back up to power lines, and that doesn't back up to a waterway or a busy road. They don't want a lot of carpet. Nothing you can search in the MLS. Absolutely nothing. I loaded all this information into my AI, and I said, here's my search area. Here's the houses of 165 that fit what they want to do. Help me limit it down to about 4 per area. And it gave me 4 houses that it could go through the property descriptions and read those real quick and then get me the 16 houses that I'm going to show them out of 165. That's how I use AI this morning at 4 a.m. I'm sorry?
How do you know not living in the
You don't. You can't. Because what I'm doing is I'm just trying to limit their target. I need them to go, I like Flower Mound, I like Frisco, but I don't like Bedford, I don't like Grapevine, I don't want to live in South. And so it's absolutely first time they've ever been to Texas. First time ever.
Sure, they don't want to go a little bit more west. Got one in Rome coming on.
So it's gotta be within 20-minute drive of Little Elm. So yes, Danielle, it's hard because that's the same feeling I get is what am I missing? And that's not even including new construction. So I got to figure that in as well. But then that's a totally different website.
So how long are they in town?
2 days.
Of course.
So I've got to figure out something to show them to make sense of what they're looking for, where they can gauge and go, I want to look in this area most specifically. I just have to limit them because giving them my list of bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, yard size, year built, not going to help them whatsoever because they're not going to limit it. They just want to be in those things. Does that make sense?
It does, but it's funny because, again, you and I know our brains work very differently. My approach just needs to be different. And so that's why I'm asking the question of like, okay, well, how do you know you're not leaving anything on the table, whatever. So it's just interesting. You know, I like hearing my brain.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Well, it's and this is and we're growing. We're getting better. Using the AI is the whole point. Okay, business tip. Business shouldn't depend on your mood. Agents who survive long-term aren't the most motivated, they're the most repeatable. If your business only works when you feel on, you don't have a system yet. Top agents don't rely on memory, they build blueprints. I'm going to show you how that works shortly. Buyers are still active, they're just taking longer to decide. Across DFW, inventory is growing, price reductions are rising, buyers are comparing more options before making offers. Market hasn't stopped moving, buyers simply have more leverage and less urgency than they've had in years. Here is buyer says they want to wait and see what happens, but a calm, non-pushy response explaining what's happening in today's market and how increased inventory and negotiating power may already be creating opportunities. That's your AI post for that, prompt for that.
I heard something really good this morning while I was flipping through Instagram about list price versus sales price. And it was like to have the vernacular with your sellers we're opening an invitation to the market with the list for us.
Absolutely.
It like, in using the word invitation, it kind of helps them emotionally disconnect from it being a personal attack when they get an offer that's lower.
Mhm.
Anyways, I just thought that was good insight, because I know now it's such a fight, with, an offended since they don't get the price they want.
Paying for too many concessions for.
Now, here's the problem. Every week you get new leads, new objections, new listings, new negotiations, new follow-ups, new market shifts, blah, 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 blah. Most agents are trying to handle all of that manually. Memory works until it gets busy, stressful, and inconsistent. We don't need more info. We need a better operating system. So here's the hidden cost of figuring it out every time. Without a system, follow-up changes constantly, lead conversion becomes inconsistent, pricing advice varies, communication gets reactive, opportunities slip through the cracks, not because we're lazy, but because we're rebuilding the process every single week. Again, top agents don't reinvent, they repeat. So here's why blueprints matter. The best agents know how they naturally operate, know where they get stuck, know how they make decisions, and know what creates consistency. And then we build systems around that. So here's like an AI prompt that would be something similar. Based on how I naturally communicate and work, help me identify where I lose consistency, what tasks create friction, and what repeatable systems I should build into my business. So I'm going to show you how all this kind of ties in just a minute with this part. Give me just a second to stop this video, guys, and then I will start up the replaceable agent. Let me stop that.